It's TOL Week 9, and we got the Chicago Robbers going up against the Power Rangers in Season 17, the Season of Tears. And let's dispense with the pleasantries. Both these teams suck ass. But hey, everybody needs a little bit of exposure on prime time, and you never know who's going to rise to the occasion. The Robbers have the better record, I believe, at 3-4. And the Power Rangers definitely struggling to get anything going, but maybe this is the time, and that's not how you want to start if you're a Power Ranger fan, coughing it up, and that's why you're 1-6. All right, so Tillman takes the ball, but it's a called play. Katie Walker in there. That may be one of the problems. A woman on the defensive line, probably not the best place to put her. So Tillman drops back. Looks like he's got somebody open. Finds big old Dent, who picks up some of that lost yards, makes it a manageable 3rd and 5. Same formation for Tillman. This time it's a pitch, though, to Dent, who is slow, but he finds an opening, gets a diver, and can't drag anybody, so is tackled at the 1. Let's see if they go right back to him. They do. The pitch down. He's got a lot of green. Oh, and he fumbles the ball out of bounds. They're going to call that not a touchback, not up to date on the rules. Clearly a fumble in there. And he just has no hitting power, no nothing. Can't find the end zone. They're persistent, and they've called it. Look at the goal line stand. So, some of the fans, there's only 3/4 of the fans in the stands. And people were saying maybe these Power Rangers would not come out to play. This is a terrible kick, by the way, but still doinks it in. Would just kind of come out and roll over. But that goal line stand there, you got to tip your hat on a play that usually works. Skolov is destroyed at the 20. So let's see what we got here. Here's a playbook example of how not to set up your plays. And they toss that over. Now they go motion for Scott. Gonna pass. The best play in the playbook. They fired it to the other man, but somehow the wide receiver stepped in front, whoever wanted it more. And the Power Rangers rocking and rolling. Now it's a nice pitch out to Stewart. That'll pick up 4 on 1st down. Trips to the near side. Shotgun for Scott. He's going to step up and run. Makes a couple of nice moves. Looks like he's decent. Can't quite toss the person, but it's a huge pickup. Now they're knocking on the red zone. Power Rangers had heard all the smack talk, and they are fired up to try to prove somebody wrong. Double back set. What's he going to do? Oh, a great read by that defensive back to immediately peel off and essentially cover 2 men at once. Now they go to slot LZ, and there's a linebacker playing out in the flat. He knocks the ball away. So now here comes a tougher field goal. Not horribly tough. They line it up well. Took their time, but the blocker's too late. And it is 3-3 F. Boltmeyer. With the leg to boot it through, tie ball game. Look at that TOL 17 logo there on the hash. All over the place. I mean, this is high quality stuff, folks. Look at the return by Devin Hester, my favorite Bear player, except maybe for Mike the Dyke. Of course, Steele Neil Anderson. And what a terrible decision. He had somebody wide open. Somehow his eyes filtered down to a covered man. He telegraphed the throw. They stepped right in. And the Rangers have the ball again. Nice little pitch out to the outside. I'm so much more in favor of outside runs versus inside runs. Especially if we're talking about real life football. 3rd down. Big 3rd down here. Oh, it's a called play. So we're going to see field goal attempt number 3 in the 1st quarter. 2nd one for the Rangers. Let's see if everybody can stick with a bat and 1,000%. He think he shanked it. It's a little low. Oh, doesn't even connect. So The score remains tied. The costly INT does not hurt. They go right back to the same throw. And, oh, that time the guy on offense had to flip around and knock it away. Now it's a motion for Tillman. Got a guy. Well covered, though. Oh, but the defender did not turn around. The wide receiver did, and that was the difference. Tillman tries to feed up the middle. They're slow to respond, and he's got a lot of green. Touchdown. Except that he is slow as shit and tackled. Could you imagine if that was like the last play of the half? And tackled there at the 5. I'm assuming Dent, his STD is flared up, and that's the result of his slow-ass speed. Little unusual to put the big nose tackle as the heavily featured running back, but this is the season of the two-way player. And they're going to doink that in, touchdown lead. Despite feeling like the Rangers have generally dominated, the Robbers on top on the scoreboard. Scalobi. Destroys at 25. Who's excited about going back to work on Monday? Got so much time off. Oh, and there's an INT by Fuller. Read that one well. Now it's a call play. Tillman sees a nice fire. That time was the right call. They're really heavily featuring Dent in that RB2 position. Also a prominent receiver. Gets some great blocking out front. The other blockers come and don't help at all. They just cheer him on. And so he is stuck just after the first. Did y'all hear that? That was nice. And down it goes. 2nd and 7. Pitch it down to Richard Dent and tackle. 3rd and 6, just inside field goal range. Line holds very nicely all day, but he checks it down and they get their big paws up. So out comes another field goal attempt, number 4. Perfectly lined up in the middle, but not perfectly lined up on the goalpost. Too bad. So we have one good and one shank from each kicker. Man in motion. That guy looks fast. Get him the ball. Terrible decision to throw in double coverage on that, but he did have pressure. They pitch it up to Stewart, who has good blocking, takes a weird angle, does at least have a touch of hitting power, picks him up 2. Now it's all motion. Who's confused? They've left a couple people open, and beyond the dive of the defender, Park with a huge catch and inside the red zone. That was a perfectly thrown ball by Scott. And that play gets a couple. Pretty much all you can ask of that one. Now they pitch it up. He's got the full field to work with, and he's going to make tons of use of it. 1st down at the 1. 2 minutes to go. Pressure. He fires it. Ooh, that was dangerous. Just pull a Tom Brady, see the pressure, and just drop to a knee. Beg the gods not to get hurt. Shitty little run play, but even that is good enough at that time. They blow open a hole, and Billy Cranston with the spike. And can he make the extra point? Way too much time to kick the ball, but the defender not paying attention through his upright arms. So Balcombe fires it, gets a block. This guy has some speed. We've seen it already. Look at him go. Sprinting and down at the 25. What a play, especially with somewhat limited time, although it's no longer a factor. Here comes Dent. He's immediately tackled, but after pickup of 7. No yak for him, but he had a nice open green. Do they go right back to it? Nope, they try to pass. Got a couple guys covered, but he's got a few men in the middle of the field, and he finds someone. Marshall somehow stumbles into the defender. Let's see if we can see another impressive goal line stand. They're going right back to that play. Now they try to fool him with it up the middle, and he does run over somebody. The first little bit of strength we've seen out of the nose tackle. Only question now is, did they score too early? With a full minute left. Another crappy kick, but doinks out. No good. So these kickers here, barely batting 50%. And again, the returns here have been disappointing. Just straight line affairs for 5 or 10 yards, and that's it. Can they get it to Park? He's clearly their best receiver. But no, they're gonna... Oh, that was Park. My bad. So they heard me. I was hoping to find that white guy. Looks pretty fast in motion. Now I'm all discombobulated. Pressure up the middle. Oh, that could have been an INT. And now time, a huge factor, well behind the chains. They go with motion. They're going to run, see if they can get anything. And he falls over a lineman. 20 seconds left. Don't really have any play that's likely to deliver a strike. Could possibly hit WR2. Gonna try to find Park. There's the speed. But he doesn't even get credit for the stats. And that is how the half will end. I think he was trying to get out the bounds, but he reached with the ball before he was out. The fumble, the time expired. And that's why you're 1-6. The little things, folks. The little things. Well, it's a nice job bottling up Hester, and they've got a long field to go. Tillman with the pitch to Dent. That looks like he's moving a touch better. He picks up 7. Maybe got a little cream on that at halftime. Oh, and then finally he hurls somebody. Nice job to get back to the original line. Do they go with the same play again? They do. And he is stopped short. What teamwork by the Rangers. Somebody comes around the outside. But he's a little too slow. He's able to flatten the puncher. You gotta love it. You can't rough the kicker in Tecmo. Play that fucker out, even when he's all vulnerable. Look at the punt return. Oh, that was a hell of an approach there. If he almost split the D, could have been gloriously gone. Couple of blockers here. Cranston sprinting. Oh, looking to fight people off. 12-yard gain. Double back set here. Better hope they don't throw an INT. And no, they toss it to Stewart, who's able to pick up serious yardage. Power Rangers seem like they found something at halftime. Now it's the pitch up to Stewart. Look at him making some moves. One man to beat, can't toss him, but now they're inside the red zone. Smelling blood. Got a man across the middle. If he can find him, terrible throw, almost picked. They go back to that run play. This was worked well, but they don't have the full field. And when it's the defense knows it's coming, you're extra fucked. All right, let's see. He's going to have him, but he's going to force it out of bounds. So this will bring out the kicker. Disappointing way to stall out there, but a pretty impressive drive. He lines it up very nicely. And that's in. So it cuts the lead to 3. Bolkmeyer. I should have got some water because these pretzels are making me thirsty. Down at the 27. So another pretty long field for Tillman. Pitch down to Dent. Blockers come streaking in. They look like they're playing with some ferocity here on defense. They go right back to that same play. He decides to find his own line, and it's a smart move, able to pick up the first. He says, keep feeding me, but they throw it. He's got a chance, though. He says, hey, I'll find you. Again, the quick dump off to Dent that has burned them once, but it's worked a few other times. Now they're back up the middle. He races forward to ensure that first down. Nice play. Motion as Tillman surveys. Both teams feature this play, and both times it's worked out. Well, you've been able to lead the man perfectly and get a nice completion despite good coverage. Got a couple of choices. He's got Dent. He decides to go Marshall. Got a little greedy for the extra 8 yards, and it cost him. 2nd and 10. Now the pitch down to Dent. Some of those safeties are moving fast. Came flying across the field there. Big 3rd and 9. What do you do here? They try to pass. Plenty of time. He's got Dent. They try to force it to Marshall, and it's an INT. Painful. And maybe getting a delivery here. And he coughs up the ball and gives it right back to him. How brutal is that? Take a short break. All right, I'm back, and it looks like we've got goal line stands going on here. Big play. Can they punch it above? They pitch it again. Everybody's trying this play. Oh, it looked like he was in for sure. Even the tip of the ball has crossed the line. Everyone's screaming about it, but it's not going to matter. He finally gets it. Have to give the D. Got to be pretty impressed with that. Pretty sure my Megalodon tooth just arrived. Hence the noise for the dog's ruckus. Yes, that's right. A tooth from a gigantic Megalodon that truly lived and truly sliced into something. Pretty cool. It shall adorn my wall as I think of how dominant our species has become. Wow, and that's brutal. So they have 10 points and 340. So they do have enough time. He's making his own path. Not going to work out. Now it's trips. Felt some pressure and overled. Huge 3rd down. This game's going to get away from them real quick if they can't convert this. Good call. Terrible choice, but a guy makes a shitty decision. Another shitty decision. 3 divers, and he's off to the 50 and brought down at the 42. Huge play to keep their hopes alive. Motion again. They liked what they saw. They want to go back to it. And this time, instead, throws it into the fans. Knocked out some little kid in a wheelchair. Oh, he's got his WR2. That was Park wide open. Can he get a diver? No, but he's brought down at the 14, well inside the red zone. If they score quickly, it'll bring up a question of onside or not. He's just going to take off and run. Look at the choice of Scott, who's just hurling people. He wants to win. 1st and goal to 2. What are you going to do here? Good call. They rip it down. They've got some blockers. Look at the move. The little head shake there to ensure he got in. Billy Cranston with the spin move. Impressive. And suddenly it is a 4-point, likely soon to be 3-point game. Let's see. This is important. Takes way too long, and it's blocked, ensuring that they have to get a TD. So here comes the onside. And it's recovered by the Rangers. So all of a sudden, plenty of time, called play. Scott sees it, does pull the Tom Brady that we recommended. Good old Wilbur gets credit for his first sack, 4-yard down. Quick dump off, and he's off to the races and doesn't pick up the first. Oh, does. Good. It looked like it would. They should have said it. Motion again. Oh, he's got Park. Hits Park in stride. Park hurls somebody. and then is down at the 6. What's going to happen now? They need 4. Shitty play call down in this point in the end zone. Don't do it. Oh, luckily threw it out. Okay, what happens next? Double back set. Another shitty play call, but maybe you'll get the man to sit down in the middle, and he throws a pick. How do you throw a pick? Oh, the pain of it all. Called play. Katie Walker's not giving up. Obviously a trans player, but that's okay. Not really, but that's all right. So here we are. It's fine in the NFL. You want to try? Go for it. Here we are, rocking and rolling. Tillman gonna fire. Oh, they needed an INT there. They've got to have a punt. They got to have a block punt. It's really the only chance. That guy almost blocked before he comes around. Oh, and is able to flatten him, but it's a huge punt. There's going to be 8 seconds left. This is going to be a 3-yard return, as this person doesn't know how to do anything but run straight. So our last play of the game, at least they have somebody going deep. And they didn't cover the first player. Going to fire it to Taylor, who gets a dive. Can we get another diver? Oh, so close. So close, but that's the name of the game when you're 1-7. So close, but no cigar. Painful. All right, folks, there you go.